Hey there, fellow tabletop gamers. Today we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and I'm sure it's something many of you can relate to. It's the crunch in role-playing games. What else? In the RPG world, crunch is shorthand for systems that are detailed and often complicated. Every gamer has their own taste for smooth games, or crunchy ones, or something in between sometimes. You see, not all crunch is created equal out there, and I want to explore the nuances of this fascinating aspect of RPG design today on Fat Dragon Adventures. You know, it's essential to understand your preferences when it comes to crunch and RPG. Some folk lean to the lighter, rules light side, while others, like me, can appreciate a bit more crunch. I may design my adventures with the lighter touch, but I'm no minimalist, believe me. When it comes to getting into the nitty-gritty of the rules and procedures, I'm all about finding the right kind of crunch for your taste. Now here's where I might ruffle some of those feathers out there. There's one particular type of crunch that I find less exciting. Rules, resources, and procedures that complicate the basic task resolution. I'm talking about mechanics that, for me, do basically nothing 99% of the time. It's ironic that this is often the focus of so many RPG design out there. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I can hold my own in a discussion about dice mechanics. I can rattle off about 20 different core mechanics from various RPGs without even breaking a sweat, and I'm sure many of you can too. We've got the D20s, the D6s, the 2D6s, the D100s, and more. We have pass fail, variable difficulties, margins of success, graduations of success, you name it, I can talk about it. But here's the kicker. I just don't care if the most exciting part of the game is its dice mechanic. So I went on a quest to find something different in RPG, gimmick mechanics. These are those little design quirks that make you say, "Oh, that's cute." I love gimmick mechanics, and I wanted to create a list of them for you guys. But guess what I found out during my search? Yeah, you guessed it. Almost exclusively dice mechanic variations. Things that tinker with the probability of success or failure at a basic task. Let's take a tour through some popular tabletop role-playing games and explore their unique mechanics for enhancing gameplay. First up, I have Blades in the Dark. In this game, players can make the devil's bargain. You can add an extra die to your pool, but in exchange, you accept the narrative complication, making the story more intriguing. Then we have Paranoia, Red Clearance Edition. You know, in this game, you have the computer dice. It's a die you always get to roll, but if it lands on the computer symbol, things really start to get interesting. You must erase a point of moxie and see how the computer intervenes, which can be helpful and sometimes it can be harmful. Now there's the popular game called Fate, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this game. With Fate, Fate uses fate points. Each player starts with a pool of them. You can spend a fate point to either gain a +2 bonus on a die roll, or you can re-roll a roll, whichever suits your situation best. The catch? You can evoke one of your character's traits and weave it into the narrative to justify spending the fate point. Then there's Call of Cthulhu, and I'm sure a lot of you have played this too. This game offers both spendable luck stat and a pushing the roll mechanic. These two mechanics cannot interact with each other, adding a layer of strategy and risk management. And then there's the ever famous Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. In Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, there's a mechanic called inspiration, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. When you do something really cool or roleplay exceptionally well, the dungeon master can reward you with an advantage on a roll. You can spend this inspiration to gain advantage on a single roll. But remember, you can only hold one inspiration at a time, so you really have to use this thing wisely. Now there are others too, and I'm going to put all of them down below in the video's description so you can take a look at them. In the end, what I'm trying to say is this. RPGs are vast and creative playgrounds, and there's room for all kinds of crunch and all kinds of gimmicks. Whether you're a fan of intricate dice systems or you prefer those quirky design quirks, the most important thing is that you're having fun at the table. So, let's keep exploring this fantastic world of tabletop gaming together, and who knows, maybe we'll stumble upon the next great gimmick that makes you say, "Wow, that's genius." Thanks for joining me today, and remember to always roll those dice and tell those stories and ride that fat dragon.